Hey everyone, Miss Helen's here, and I just want to give you an overview of what you guys should be working on today, which is pretty much the egg drop packet catch up, as well as working on this page right here, how to protect an egg. So basically, first up is if you haven't finished examining Newton's third law, you should finish that. If you haven't finished examining the possibilities, you should work on that as well. Basically, just follow the directions. Over here, again, you're kind of ranking from 1 is the most useful, 11 is the least useful. And you can do that just by inserting, if you're doing this virtually. If you have a packet, you can obviously write it in your physical packet. But if you are doing this virtually, you can just kind of put a text box in and say, all right, I think being hard is the least useful, so I'll rank that as an 11. And I think being soft is the most useful, so I'll insert another text box and I'll put that as number 1. So pretty much you're just going to go through and rank these from, again, most helpful is 1, least helpful is 11. And then you're going to put down here, I think the materials that would be best are, this one, and this one. Whatever pretty much is number 1, number 2, number 3. Same thing down here, except now you're ranking the materials. So if you look back over here, you already have your top characteristics. If you go back up to this table, you can see, all right, well, if I think these 3 characteristics are important, what materials meet those criteria? Okay, then I should rank it, number 1, number 2, all the way up to 9. So this one, you only have numbers 1 through 9. And then same thing, you put the materials that are best, you put the materials that are worst. Okay, so that's what you're doing first. If you haven't finished the Newton's Law page, examining Newton's Law, you're going to do examining the possibilities, the first page of examining possibilities, as well as the second page of examining the possibilities. So that's what you're going to do first. From there, this is kind of the meat and potatoes of today's assignment. You're going to work on how to protect an egg. And basically, you are going to do at least 3 different ideas that you have for protecting your egg. You have to do 3 at the minimum. You can't just say, oh, well, I have 1 and I know it's going to work. That's fine. You may end up moving forward with that one design. But I want us to at least think about different possibilities. Maybe you can Google some other examples of egg drop devices. Just get some ideas flowing. So we're going to be making 3 designs. So in these boxes, you're going to draw out what your design is going to look like. And then on these lines, you're going to give a description of what your design is. Okay, so we have 1, 2, and then number 3 on the next page. That is what we are doing today. Do not go past how to protect an egg. That's all we're doing. So if you're doing this virtually, do not go past number 6, slide 6. Do slide 6, but don't go past it. If you are doing this in a packet, if you see a most excellent design, you have gone too far. Stay with how to protect an egg. Do everything up into and including how to protect an egg. So I want to show you what makes a good design, like what makes a good image, as well as what makes a good description. So I'm going to go show you an example of one that I made last year during quarantine. So this is kind of the progression of a design, a better version of that same design, and what I'm expecting from everyone for each of your designs. Okay, I'm expecting a nice, clearly labeled, very detailed drawing, as well as a description too. So over here, we have a piece of cardboard. Okay, this is, pretty lame. Okay, all I see is a box here. It's a square, really. And it just says the egg goes into the box. Not going to be very helpful. No, thank you. Something that's better is if you include, all right, I'm going to use a cardboard box, but I'm also going to be using rubber bands and cotton balls. And it says this cardboard box that has cotton ball cushions. slightly better, but still not the best. Over here, I have a detailed description that says, all right, we have a cardboard box, we have glue, we have tape, we have rubber bands, we have cotton balls. This is the inside view, and it shows exactly how you're going to be placing the rubber bands as well as the cotton balls. And my description is way better too. This design uses a cardboard box made with glue and some tape with cotton balls and rubber bands to secure the egg. So everyone's designs, now mind you, you're coming up with 3. They should be in the best category. You should be using good, detailed drawings as well as good, detailed descriptions. Down here, I have some examples of some different designs. So it should look something like this. Okay, so you could have one different design, another different design, and another one. And again, each description is kind of detailed. It tells me what you're using, how you're going to use it. So this is kind of what I'm looking for from your designs. Should they be the same as mine? No, that would be weird. You should come up with your own ones, but this is just an example of kind of the level of detail as well as the level of descriptions that I'm looking for. So that is what you should be putting in your how to protect an egg. Now remember, you have to come up with at least 3. If you want to come up with more, that's fine, but you need to do at least 3. So you should be using both pages for how to protect an egg. Now, again, if you're doing this virtually, you can choose to print out these slides, and then you can just scan them in, and then you could literally delete this. It's JPEG. You can delete it and then upload your scanned picture. That's fine with me. Or if you are doing this virtually, you can insert kind of shapes and literally draw it here. If you're doing this in a packet, it is easier just to draw directly onto the paper. And then when you come in next week, we'll be able to see it. So again, just to recap, today you are working on finishing up, if you haven't finished, examining Newton's third law, examining the possibilities, and you're starting and finishing how to protect an egg, both pages. That's all you're doing today. If you have any questions, as always, you can either leave a comment, private or on the assignment, or I'm always also available for open hours at 2:30. So good luck, have some good designs at the ready, and you'll get your next assignment for tomorrow. See you then.